Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have another one of these updates too when it comes to the PlayStation 5 liquid metal issues. Now, I don't think we're going to be talking about this too much more because I do think a lot of the fine-tune issue has been kind of resolved and people kind of know what we're looking for, how to fix it, what to kind of address. But there actually is a pretty important update too that apparently has now happened, and this is more in regards to the brand new individual consoles. So I want to highlight this and kind of talk about this and talk about why you guys should or should not be worried about it. And as well, we're not going to milk it for too much more longer because I think we kind of had like I said, the step-by-step. We know what's going on. We know hopefully what Sony needs to do to fix it, or as well what to kind of go and prevent it. And as well, it is thankfully more of a fringe case, so it does kind of give us a lot of a little bit more of a relaxed shoulder because it's not as bad as we're all expecting. But there is kind of a pretty big update, so I'm going to talk about that. And as well, I do want to go mention too, we also are now currently working with Samsung for a nice little promotion going on over here, where if you guys want to go and save like $100 on your upcoming Samsung products, we're actually working #hashtag adding for the next few weeks with Samsung too. This will be linked down below. Very cool deal. You basically get $100 for free. If you guys go and sign up and use the links down below for your reservations, it's no lock-in. You don't have to give them any money, no credit card. Just have to give like your first, last name with the link and all that. And we've worked with Samsung a lot on the channel, so always big thumbs up and big shout out to them. Also, the Twitter and Twitch stream down below and Target Amazon links down below. And let's go and dive into this brand new, update, which is kind of good. But the issue is still there, so it makes things a little bit harder. So one big thing on this one too is saying no, keeping your PlayStation 5 console in vertical mode won't damage it. Vertical PS5 fans rejoice. Now, I just want to go and say is that this issue can still happen. You know, it is still going to be happening. It's still the whole issue is kind of a little bit of a clickbait side, but I mean, you do that on YouTube, you do that on whatever, all that stuff. But basically, it can still and will still be affecting your consoles if they're in the vertical side. But obviously, as you guys know, it's not a every single console issue, but it's one of those things that can and has been happening and will still keep happening. The issue is not fixed, it's not resolved, but the bigger thing is that out of the box, we have now, that was kind of they're kind of backtracking those statements, and I was kind of using those as a reference. As of brand new, outside of just say Amazon or Target or Best Buy or from Sony themselves, apparently this has not been an issue directly out of the box. So if anything, the new clarification, we'll kind of go through it throughout the article, is that if you still have your console in the vertical mode, it can, and we have still been seeing instances of that liquid metal still leaking out from multiple different repair shops and people and everything else. But in terms of brand new consoles, physically outside of the box, there is still the rare issues. Even my own console itself, when I got it, within a week, it was broken. This was 2 years ago. I sent it to Sony. They fixed it. It's been good ever since. Same with it also being vertical ever since then. But that is still an issue for consoles that have been being ran. This is kind of confusing. But basically, anything that has had their consoles in the vertical mode, there is still that chance for this issue to happen. But outside of the box, that is the new update, is that most of these things outside the box are not running into these issues instantaneously. And although some people have said they've had issues of their console straight out of the box just for general issues that they sent to Sony to fix it, this has not been a liquid metal issue, at least most of the time. So a little bit of a clarification. It's kind of hard to explain, but let me just go through the article really quick and give you guys the run through with it. Like I said, it was a little bit convoluted. Don't mind me on that one. So a few weeks ago, as you've been hearing, not even on the channel itself, reports began circling that PS5 owners who had their consoles in a vertical position were at risk of damaging the device. You guys apply something on the channel itself. The claim made by a hardware repair shop owner, basically Wooloo, all that, which has been updated their article, described the liquid metal used to cool the APU as being the culprit, as the shop has encountered cases where the substance had spilled out of this container and had begun spreading around the PS5 motherboard. That's been the same issue too, where we've kind of shown the really bad paint pictures, where we basically have the paint itself kind of liquidly dripping on down, and due to gravity, it'll just keep on going down slowly but surely, and then as it goes down, it kind of drips all over the motherboard and all over the internal consoles. This issue is still prevalent. This has not been solved. We still have not had a statement from Sony. But to kind of refer into this one, that's why I keep on saying you want to make it horizontal. Because even if it does kind of seep on out, it basically has to go up and is in this awkward funnel of a pool where gravity's not, putting it this way. It's just awkwardly sitting here, and then the foam protective layer will make it safe. That's why a lot of people are still recommending you just go horizontal, although once again, many people have still had their consoles on a vertical motion, and it has been fine. I myself had mine for 2 years plus since day one, so it's still a niche issue, but it has been happening, could keep on happening, and if you want to be extra safe and careful, do a horizontal. That is still an issue even from all this stuff. But these issues are now, like I said, an update. It's only more so for things that are out of the box. That is the big update, and those are apparently still been fine. So thank God if you guys just got your console, you don't have to really worry as much if like it was handled kind of improperly, or if it's like you open up your console and launch it for the first time. There's still gonna be issues, obviously, if you're at Amazon and someone drops it and the whole console breaks internally, but that's not necessarily a liquid metal issue. That's just more of like whoever was handling your package is an idiot issue, like FedEx or Amazon or whatever. But that could still happen, obviously, if you launch your console. But thankfully, if you get that within a 1-year warranty, if there's anything weird or shaken up in your console, you can probably have it fixed up pretty easy. And it doesn't seem like this liquid metal issue is more of a like opening brand new, like it just broke for whatever weird, like spontaneous reason. It's more of like we've kind of been saying, is it's a long-term usage of like the cooling going up and down, or maybe a small crack over time, or like the heat itself, maybe kind of just combusting it a little bit. It's more of like a longer term issue that we're still trying to figure out the root cause of, because it has been popping up, and all these articles and YouTube videos and everything else have been kind of spreading the issue more and more people have been saying that this is a big issue. But once again, they have changed this up and they have backtracked that outside of the box, they have not had many big issues. So they go and say, there is no evidence that it will happen to the PS5 consoles that are fresh out of the box and haven't been open. If your PS5 has been operating normally since you acquired it, and it hasn't had its shell cracked open for a fix, then there's no danger in leaving it in a vertical position if you have the space to do so. If you have it fixed recently, you might want to exercise some caution in how you position it. So it's kind of like one of those things where as of right now, they don't really still know what's causing it. It could be from bumping, it could be from heat, it could be from a lot of various things, or as well as we keep on mentioning, maybe like you just go and accidentally drop it, or you nudge it, or like it's just one of those, maybe it overheats really bad, like you have really bad airflow. We still don't know the exact root cause of it, but thankfully, if you've been mainly not having major issues and it's mostly been fine, you can probably still keep it in the vertical position. Although, as I keep saying, and I have mentioned in prior videos, it's more about the preventative measure. So I switched my console to horizontal after I heard the news. Was my console working fine in vertical? Yes. If you guys have yours in vertical, are you fine? I'm not a cop. I'm not a doctor. Don't worry about it. If you want to keep it in there and you haven't any issues, you probably will be fine. But just more so we don't necessarily know all the information on it. So if you want to be extra cautious, put it horizontal. If you're someone who's like, it's been working, I don't got to stress it, I've been saying this since like day one, then go for it. That's totally fine. It's not the biggest deal. But just want to give you guys the update of that. It's not outside the box. It's just from either usage or weird issues or very niche strange things, but it has still been a widespread issue and it is still a big issue nonetheless. So basically, if you more so as well, they're even saying like if you had it even fixed or had issues originally, or if it's kind of acting a little bit strange or iffy or sloggy, laggy or skippy or whatever, maybe put it horizontally just to double check. Although you obviously sometimes you don't even want to move the console and open it up to see, because if there is any issues, you probably know. So I had a chance to go update with these tweets stating, here goes nothing. There is a critical misunderstanding on our end when we thought the coder said the liquid metal problem happened on unopened in-box PS5s. And I kind of thought the same thing too, so my apologies with that. What he said and meant was the PS5 has not been open, like the console itself, like to open the internals to, investigate and fix it as the actual console by other repair ships prior to him. So it's still, like I said, the issue is still there. The issue's not gone, and we don't necessarily still know why it's being caused and why it's being so widespread, but at least for this, for brand new individual like boxes inside the plastic box where you open up and you have everything come out and the manuals and all that apparently are still safe. Like those at that point are safe. And you just want to be extra safe. Put your console to horizontal, whatever it be, horizon setting, based on that one, just to make sure you're going to be safe. Now, once again, we still don't really know the problem. They even also went and said, the problem is still real. There's no evidence, though, that it happens on a console that's been sitting in their box. That power is a complete misunderstanding. I kind of thought the same thing, too, as well, because I thought that was even worse, so that's also my apologies on it, but I'm kind of just reporting the news of what's been ongoing the scene. So this is why I'm also making this video to let people know, hey, like, it's okay, out of the box, you can kind of be normal, it's kind of okay. But either way, the issue is still there, so it's kind of good that people know about the vertical issue and they know about the horizontal potential fix and kind of learn a little bit more about their internal consoles on what could be potentially a big issue with this. So just be careful. It's okay. Like, you guys don't have to open up your consoles. If it's running fine, it might be fine. If it becomes a bigger, widespread issue, we're just going to hope that Sony will go and take ownership and make sure they can do a big recall or fix it for free. And that's fine. Like, I think that's good. But at the end of the day, like I said, it's still an issue, still a problem, but at least in brand new, out-of-the-box consoles, you shouldn't be running into this. So if you guys want to keep your console vertical and risk it, if it's been working good for you, not going to stop you, but as well, if you want to be a little extra careful, throw it horizontal until we find more information on this, because I'm sure with all these YouTube videos and articles and talk about this, we might get an official statement from Sony finally soon, or as well, if nothing kind of comes out, we just hope our consoles don't catch up on fire. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a quick update on this one too as well, and also my apologies for it, but like I said, still an issue, so it's still a relevant issue in general. So make sure you guys also go and check out the Samsung links down below if you guys want, and do the reservation. Twitter and Twitch stream down below if you guys want to sign up for that, and also the Target Amazon links too. And I appreciate you guys all so much for watching here in the first place.